Hi there guys, new sort of, well, I can't really unbox a bike, but sort of a quick look through a Volt Pulse e-bike. I'm afraid it's Rose's dinner, so he's probably going to be bugging me throughout the video, but yeah. So I've picked this up today from the bike shop, which is a local independent retailer. They're based in Derby as well as in Arnold in Nottingham. This took about 2 weeks, well, about a week and a half to be delivered, and they've set it up, got it all ready for me today, and I've picked it up. So this video is going to be like just a tour around it. I like to keep it relatively short and sweet because I know some videos can go on, so I'm just going to give you a tour of the bike, and then I'm going to use it for my commute to work and back for probably a few weeks, and then I'll give you sort of an in-depth review with my likes and dislikes, a bit like I did with the headphones if you watched that video. So we'll start at the front of the bike, obviously. This is, I must point out, the 21-inch frame because I'm 6'5" tall, so I needed to get the bigger frame. I think you can also get it in 19-inch. Great for dogs to get underneath, actually. It's quite useful. So at the front we've got pretty nice chunky tyres, not quite slicks, but not very knobbly. Must admit my bike knowledge isn't brilliant, so I'm going to give this as a very simple review as such. We've got disc brakes front and rear. I do know from the initial specification that these tyres are actually sort of puncture proof, puncture resistant, I think it is. It comes with fitted mud guards, quite a lot of coverage as well, so should keep my work uniform from getting covered in mud and whatnot on those rainy days. On the front we've got a reflector with a very bright LED light. I can't shine it straight into the camera because it'll probably blind it. Its function is from pressing the button on top. Press it once for just straight on. You can see the light. It's pretty good, even in this well lit room. Press the button again for flashing, and again for off. On the subject of lights, it does also have a rear one fitted. Again, it's mainly a reflector, but with the button on top. One click is just on. It's quite nice, almost like devil horns. And click again, you got flash, and again switches off. Back to the front then. So going up onto the handlebars. It comes with Volt's V-Wave technology labelled computer. It's got a button on the back. Here you just hold that button, which I'll do in a second once the battery's on. That's to turn it on, and then underneath here you can just make out, there's a plus and a minus button, or an up and a down button even. That's for changing the modes. I'll go through that in a sec, because it's quite, not that in depth, but it's better to do a whole bit on that computer. This side we've got the lever here for throttle. If you're just being lazy and you don't want to pedal at all, you can actually just use that at different speeds just for the motor to push you along. And then we've got a bell there. Let's focus on the seat behind it. The bell's just there. Good if people are in your way, I suppose. Usual brake lever this side. All of the the computer itself, the screen, is removable. Underneath here there's a screw sort of plug. Undo that, pull it apart, and that'll come off. Not certain, where does that go? I think that's the throttle actually. Yeah, that goes to the throttle as well. I guess that's undoable. Not sure. Onto the other side. Rose is playing with the toy now because she's bored. We've got the gears this side. It's got 8 gears, and it's Shimano gears as well. You've got the finger on here to go up the gears, and your thumb underneath goes down the gears. I actually found that in top gear is quite useful because the amount of assistance it gives. If you don't use a lot of assistance, then obviously you'll go through the lower gears. Really nice grippy rubber grips with the sort of gaps out of it. I'm trying to stop my camera from going the wrong way around. With the gaps out of it to put your fingers in, it's quite nice. And the ends have got metal bits on as well. So going down the frame, one of the issues as such that I've already found is that my bike lock comes with like an adapter kit to put it onto your frame. This is very thick. I couldn't tell you the exact measurement, but it's very thick pipe or tubing all round, and there's not much space here either because of the battery. So I might actually just leave my lock at the place I'm going to lock it up to. Leave it there because it's not an unsecure place really. It's in a bike shed at work. All the cables go quite neatly into the frame. They're just there through this cord. It's a little bit messy above it. I don't know if I'll be able to perhaps feed anything down into it to tidy it a little. But that's that part. Suspension on it is, I'll tell you the brand. It's SR Suntour. I've yet to work out what this is. You're probably all screaming at me going, oh, it's this. It's got this speed lock, open and lock. Not sure. Perhaps it's something right. The suspension is just solid if I lock it, maybe. I don't know. I'll have a play with that as I use it. Like I said, it's the first day I've got it. Yeah, it says speed lock out as it focuses. So I'll have a play with that. Yeah. But yeah, carrying on down the main bit here, you've got the battery. It's quite heavy. I can't tell you the exact weight of it, but you can remove it quite easily. I'll show you in a second once I get the keys. It's made by Panasonic, so it's you know it's going to have a decent brand. It's going to last a while, do its job. All nicely Volt branded as well. So it's pretty sort of snug. Again, focus. Thank you. You know, it's not massively obvious. You know, I've seen some bikes with it hanging down in the middle, whereas this one with it being behind it is quite neat, and it sits on top of the crankcase as well, quite nicely. But yeah, I'll remove that because I left my keys in the kitchen, so I'll go and fetch them in a second. The saddle is quite firm, but I don't know what a decent saddle feels like. Quite thin, with a quick release to change it, and it has got a spring. What is springy, but it's quite hard. Obviously, it's for the weight of you, so it's quite a tough spring. Just to point out, the front wheel is quick release as well. So if you are going to lock it up, it's worth getting one of those cables to put through the front wheel as well as onto the U-lock if that's what you've got. Yeah, so getting to the rear of the bike, I didn't expect this at all, but it actually comes fitted with a rear wheel lock. Again, key operated. I'll show you in a sec. I was really pleased and surprised by that because you know, it's just another level of security. It stops someone just wandering off with your bike. I'll show you that properly in a sec. You've got the I don't know what I call this, luggage tray. It's probably got an official name, but I don't know what it is. And it comes with these pretty built-in straps, which is quite nice actually because they lock in. You've got these pieces, so you can put something on there. This goes over that. It goes down into this hole here. Thank you, Ruiz. Just there. Sort of goes in and locks in place. So it's quite secure. You know, you're not wrapping bungee cords around your wheels and all that lot around your frame. It does have a kickstand, which is really useful. So if you're putting it on the floor and getting it scratched and whatnot, you know how they work. Don't need to explain it. So there's the rear mud guard. Again, quite good coverage all the way to the bottom of the crankcase. Rear disc brakes are present and correct, and the rear chain area and gears. Sorry, I don't know the official terms for all this stuff. So yeah, that's it. It's really nice looking. I mean, the whole pedal area and chain, you know, like this black and silver design all the way around there. A nice silver chain. It's really nice and neat. Again, the branding there, Volt, Pulse, and the Volt logo on the front, which is like the plug, the American style plug, which doesn't want to focus again. There we go. So let's go and get the keys. Well, actually, I'll show you the computer next. I'll do the keys stuff last because that's quite boring, to be honest. That might be quite a few of you watching this video for the LCD part. So the battery underneath here, you have a button with 4 lights. You press it, it goes beep, or beep beep, and that's 4 lights, 4 bars of power. It's fully charged from the shop. Once that's on, you can then turn on this LCD screen. Which, like I said, you hold the button there, on it goes. Relatively simple. I'm going to actually sit on the bike here to show you it all working. So, as standard, it goes straight into the speed screen. You got your battery level at the top, the assistance level, which is 1 through to 4, and automatic and off. So there's sort of 6 levels as such. Your speed. So by pressing the same button you just press it to turn it on, each time you tap it, it will change what your display is showing. It's going from speed to average speed, to max speed, to your Udo, so how far you've been. I've just had a quick ride, so I've just done 1 mile on it, or 1.2 miles exactly, and for 7 minutes. Back to speed again. So underneath with the up and down arrows is how you adjust what level you want. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, which is obviously no assistance, and A, automatic. So this is where the V-Wave technology comes in. It sort of feels how much effort you're putting in and then assists you with that effort to make it a bit easier. A few little other things: if you hold the up arrow, it has a backlight for when you're cycling at night, which is quite useful. Again, hold up arrow, and it turns off. What does holding down arrow do? Walk. Oh god, it's off. Right, yeah. So if you if you hold the down arrow, I remember now because I read it in the manual, it will do walk mode, which if you're walking with it, it will just push itself along. I think it's something like 6 miles an hour, which is quite a fast walk. I thought you walk at about 4 miles an hour. But yeah. Right, let's go get these keys. Quick tour of the house. I need some lift music. Oh, while I'm here, I can show you everything that you get with the bike. You do get a Volt branded fluorescent high-vis jacket, a Volt battery bag. I mean, I'm not planning on taking a battery off a lot, I must be honest, but that's that. All the warranty info and manuals and bits and bobs there, and then the actual charger, which I will show you. It's quite a hefty thing. Let's grab the keys. You get all the keys obviously for the different parts, which I've already put away and put onto my keyring ready for first time I use it. Let's show you exactly how this charger works at the same time. So, oh excuse me, I think I got a cold coming. It uses a, I think they call it a kettle style plug, don't they? I think that's it. That's the UK plug. You might be different wherever you live. So is that ST or 5D? ST lithium ion battery charger, only for 36 volts. So it wouldn't work with the uprated battery. I forgot to mention that. Mine is the standard battery, which reckons there's around 60 miles. There is an uprated battery which I think is 80 to 90 miles. So on the end of it is sort of standard, I think they call it DC. Is it DC? AC or DC? The rock band plug. You can charge it up while it's on the bike. Now on the side of the battery, let's turn it off. This isn't plugged in anyway. There's this little cover. Flick that up, and that just plugs into there. So, had it been well, if it was plugged in, that would start charging it like so. So it's a nice little bit rubber sort of cover, so it's waterproof. It does recommend not cycling in really heavy rain, but obviously you can't help it sometimes. You have to go where you go, especially like me. If you're riding to work, I can't call in sick and say sorry it's raining. So with the keys, so all of my keys, there is, it's going to be a test, right, this one, that one, right, so there's this key. You get, I think you get 2 or 3 of all of these keys, spares. This is for the rear wheel lock, which is what I said I'm quite impressed with. You basically put that key in there, he says, can't even put a key in a lockdown. Put the key in there, turn it, I have to do multitask here, and as you turn it, God, I need to get a camera mount. There's a lever on this side, you push that, and a bar goes through the wheel, and it is spring loaded, so as you let go of the key, it locks in position, key out, that goes through the spokes, so you know no one can push the bike away. I'll leave that on for now. Probably forget about it in a minute and fall off my bike. The other key is for the battery. If you need to take the battery out, if you want to just ride the bike as a normal bike, or if you want to take the battery out if you're leaving for a long period of time, or you'd rather charge the battery indoors, then have it, you know, charging outdoors while it's on the bike. Down here at the very bottom is another keyhole. Key in, turn it all the way around, key out, and now the battery is loose. Now you take it out. I'm not going to fully take it out because to take it, it slides up, and I need to move that, and I don't really need to. You just get your hand under there, lift it up, give it a wobble. Oh, it's coming. It's quite a heavy beast. I'll guess a good sort of, I don't know, 6-7 kilos, something like that. And it slides onto those pins there, 4 pins, and into the bottom. Don't know if you can see that white bit. Try and get the camera the same way. It just sits in this runner on the back. There's the info if you need it. It just drops down. And then give a push, clicks into place. Key in that hole again, turn the key out, going nowhere. So yeah, getting on 15 minutes now, not really a quick review, but that's it. So as usual, any questions, just post them in the comments below. I'm pretty quick at replying. I'm going on my honeymoon in a few weeks' time, so I might have to give it a break there, but yeah, any questions, throw them at me. Subscribe for more things. I do all sorts of random unboxings, reviews, tech, stuff like that. And yeah, I'll give it a good use in for a good few weeks, and then do like an in-depth review of what I think, how I'm finding it, my likes, dislikes, and if I've run over the dog yet. Anyway, see you guys later.